Hey fam, thanks for coming back. For my new viewers, welcome. My name is Elle. I'm sorry about the dog. Well, actually, I'm not sorry about the dog barking. That's just part of nature. There's dogs in the neighborhood that I live in. What can I do? So, anyway, today is September 23rd. Happy fall equinox. Yay! Today's the day where it said that we have an equal amount of daylight hours and we as we do nighttime hours. So this gives us the opportunity to really balance out our lives and set our intentions for what we want to change. And it also gives us the opportunity to really focus on what no longer serves us any purpose so that we can get rid of it and really have a more balanced approach to all aspects of our lives. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the equinox or the energy that we um, are in because I want to dedicate this vlog to an update on my twin flame mission, journey, energy, whatever it is that you want to call it. Yeah. So, what this is what has been happening, and from the 3D perspective, it doesn't seem like it's much, but on the higher planes, it is so much is happening, and this update will definitely tell you and show you why so much has been happening. So, since my last update vlog on my twin flame experience, and to be honest, I can't even remember what I was talking about. But anyway, the Reiki master that I am assisting, um, she is in contact with my beloved through Facebook and I'm sure other social media avenues. I know that they may text each other back and forth, whatever the case is. I'm not associated with him. There was a situation whereby he called me on the evening of the last full moon, and I did not pick up the phone. He left a vague message. Come to find out that his mother passed. She found out, the Reiki Master found out and told me and was trying to convince me that I needed to reach out to him because that's why he called me. And my stance and my stand and my explanation to her, as if I had to explain anything, um, my explanation of my behavior and my words to her were that he chose not to have me in his life. And if he needed to speak to me about anything, he would have definitely said that in the message that he left me. And he did not indicate that he needed to speak to me. What he said was, call me back within the next 15 minutes if you can. So the Saturday, I think it was, after the full moon, he reached out to me while I was in dance class, and we spoke about his mother passing, and I told him what I saw and what energy I felt, and then we hadn't spoken since then. But since that day, I have continued to communicate with the Reiki Master because I assist her, and we actually feed off of each other energetically with regards to ideas and encouragement, but it just seems like she wants to be the bridge between he and we don't need that. He has already told me where I fit in his life, and no matter how painful that may be to me, the one thing that I can do is do what he asks. I don't feel like I have to explain this to her or anybody because I don't think anybody but other twin flames or twin rays will understand, um, the energy and the things that we are called to do during experiencing this connection with our beloveds. So, as gently as possible, I try to deter her from bringing him up in conversations that we have. After my beloved and I spoke on the phone, um, she actually brought him up again with regards to being attuned in ethereal crystals. And I carry crystals with me all of the time, and I want to be attuned in ethereal crystals so badly, but I've never asked her to attune me to ethereal crystals. There's other people that I can go to get this attunement, and it was just so ironic that she said to me one night as we were talking on the phone, not about beloved on any level. She expressed to me that she wanted to start the ethereal crystal attunement sessions in October, and she so nicely mentioned that my beloved is very interested in getting the attunement, and she wanted to make sure that I was okay with being around him, and being around his energy, because she knows that I want the attunement also. So when she said this to me, I chuckled and I said, I'm fine with being around his energy, but you really need to ask him. And that also put me on alert to, and it made me feel like, what is she really trying to do? Like, what is she really trying to do? Really, I don't bring him up in conversations. Why is she constantly bringing him up? It seems like almost every other conversation we have, she's bringing up my beloved. I don't bring him up. So I let that pass. But although I didn't say much to her about it, except for, I'm fine with it, but you need to, make sure that he's okay, I made up my mind from that point that I'm going to go get my ethereal attunement from somebody else. Or check this one out. Maybe I don't even need the ethereal attunement because I have a lot of the gemstones and the crystals that I will be attuned to in the attunement. I carry them with me most of the time, and if I don't carry them with me, I know where to get them. Do I really need that attunement from her or anybody? We'll see. I'll probably end up getting it, but not from her. And I'll probably end up getting it, getting attuned to the ethereal crystals before she does her attunement and decides to set up the attunements and call people about it or have people come to it, just so that I could show her that I don't need to be around him. Like, that's not what my purpose is when I originally, or any time that I speak to her. It is not to, my purpose is not to assist her and to have this connection with her so she could be a bridge between my beloved and me. That's not what her purpose is. That I really strongly feel that this is not what her purpose is, and I don't like it. I think there's something sneaky about it. I'm not sure what she's really thinking, but I don't want to take part in it. I appreciate her, and I think that it's really nice that she has accepted my offer to assist her, but I think there's something really sneaky in the fact that she knows that he is in a different place. She knows that he is married. She knows that he's doing things, and I don't know that he's doing things because she communicates with him more so than I do. And I don't ask her about what he's doing. I don't want to know about what he's doing. I guess I'm not supposed to know, and I'm okay with that. But I just don't understand why she continuously brings him up. Like, is she trying to get a reaction out of me? Is she trying to hurt my feelings? Is she, I don't know. And I just don't know. I can't say that I don't care because it does bother me that she brings him up. It's like I care because like I want to know like what is she really doing? Like, are you serious? So anyway, So time goes on, and I'm just living my life, and I'm praying. I'm a Reiki Master, for those who don't know as well. I received my attunements in Reiki before she received her attunements. You get me? I received my attunements before she received her attunements. But anyway, um, so doing, I've been practicing Reiki on myself. I've been, also asking to be a channel of Reiki for healing for the world and my family and my loved ones and all of humanity and blah, 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 blah. I've been saying my prayers. I've been trying to live, a humble, grateful life. I've been trying to help my soul with the process of transformation and ascension. I've been sending love to the earth and humanity so that we can all ascend. I feel like I've really been putting my better foot forward to do the things that my heart and soul feel I need to do. I know that there is definitely more that I can do. I am not denying that on any level. But I'm just saying, I feel like the routine that I have with regards to my spirituality is coming along nicely. And once I get it solidified, I will definitely make improvements to go harder. So, in me saying and doing all of that, I'm just checking my phone because I want to give you the right date that beloved called me. My beloved called me. Let's see. He called me on the 19th. Just looking at the date also. So originally he called me on September 5th while I was in dance class, and I spoke to him, and that's when he told me about the passing of his mother. And then he called me on the 19th. And we spoke for a good amount of time, actually. Twice on the 19th. The first time he called me was 5:31, and then the next time he called me was 7:25. So we had a pleasant conversation whereby he was just, filling me in on things that was happening with him, and I was giving him information about what was happening with the planets and the energy and stuff like that. And I found that to be kind of interesting as well, because for someone who said to me, I need to heal, so I won't be calling you, it seems like you are calling. I haven't asked him about how his healing is going because he has informed me that he has not really had the time to do a lot of things that he would like to do spiritually. And he's also a Reiki master. He was attuned to Kundalini Reiki by the by S. And but he did tell me that he was not um, he's not able to do do Reiki healings as much as he would like to. He's not really connecting with his spirit guides as much as he would like to. He's not really doing too much because he's so involved in what's happening on the 3D. So during this conversation, this is the good part. During this conversation, he started talking about the Pope and about how he wishes that he wonders if the Pope will say anything about the other entities and energies that are actually um, cohabitating the earth with us. And we made jokes about that, like, if the Pope really does admit that there are other life forms on Earth, a lot of people might spontaneously combust because it's just going to be like too shocking and scary. Like they're just going to like blow up instantly. And we were joking about stuff like that. And then I expressed to him that there was a video that I more recently saw where there were a lot of panelists and government officials from different nations and scientists who were speaking about the fact that there's so much proof. They have so much proof, like years of proof, that there are other life forms that are living on Earth with us, and they just really want this information to be brought out into the public because it's time for us to, you know, it's really time for us to stop living in this illusion. And, you know, it just, in my mind, it doesn't make sense that Earth is the only planet that has life. Like, how egotistical is that? In my mind, in my perspective, I'm not saying that I'm right, but think about it. Do you really think that Earth is the only planet in the entire universe or galaxy that has life? I don't think so, but that's just my perspective. So yeah, we were talking about stuff like that, and then he went on to tell me that you know, there's a lot of things happening with him. The Pope is coming in. He's interested to hear what the Pope has to say. And then he's aware of the full moon. And then his wife's birthday is on the 28th. And I'm sitting there listening to him bring his wife up in the conversation. Not only did he tell me that her birthday was on the 28th, but he went into a story about telling me about this dream that he had. And in the dream, his wife said something or the other to him. And the dream he had, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but basically the dream is telling him that he may have been one of the energies, entities, or souls that were here at the beginning of time that helped to, I don't want to say create, but they helped to bring about the first civilizations on Earth, you know, the humans on Earth. And he just didn't see the correlation in that. He did do some research on the things that he saw in his dream, and one of the things that he saw was associated with entities that helped create humanity and the earth, but he just couldn't put the two and two together, that maybe the dream is telling him that this is who he is. Like he's one of these entities that have reincarnated on earth, and part of his mission is to remember that he helped to create everything. But I can't connect the dots for him or anybody else. So I just gave him my summation of what the dream meant according to what he told me and the research that he told me, which is so synchronistically ironic to me because when I woke up, and started communicating with him, I got messages and signs that he is one of the energies that helped to create the earth and helped to bring about the human species. And I received a reading saying that I was one of the souls that was here before time began as well. And me connecting the dots says to myself that if we are twin flames, twin rays, twin souls, whatever case you want to say, whatever connection that we have, whether you want to put a label on it or not, we are connected that deeply that if I was there before time began and helped create what is now, according to this reading, then he must have been there as well. So, like I said, that's just me connecting the dots. He's going to have to connect the dots the way he needs to connect the dots to get to the level that he needs to get to in his own soul's evolution. So we spoke about that as well. But it was, what I was saying was that he brought his wife up in this dream that he had. And then after that, he started telling me about his wife's birthday. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you're what? What? Like, why are you really even calling me again? Don't get me wrong, fam. I love him no matter what. But I'm at the point in this energy and journey and mission whereby I have things to do. And every time I communicate with him, it becomes more and more apparent that he may not be doing the work that he needs to do to get the answers that he needs. Like, there is no way that I wouldn't be channeling my guides if channeling was something that I'm supposed to be doing. He channels. I don't channel. I do not channel my guides. I don't connect with them like the way he connects with his guides, whereby he can get thumbs up or thumbs down or mudra hand movements as answers. My guides connect with me in a completely different way. And there's like, if I can get and I'm not saying that my guides don't give me direct answers the way that his guides give him direct answers, but I'm just saying it's a different way. It's a completely different way. For me, communicating with my guides, I see signs and synchronicities, and I have feelings, or I'm overcome with certain emotions, or I'll just be sitting in a daze and they'll come to me, or I'll have a high pitched ringing in my ear, or I'll see a feather, or it's just a lot of different ways that my guides communicate with me. But his guides communicate with him whereby he can ask a question and he gets a thumbs up answer or a thumbs down answer, or hand mudras whereby he could video record it and then do some research on it. I'm not saying it's a better way. I'm just saying there's no way that if I was able to communicate with my guides the way that he communicates with his, that I would not be asking questions galore. This just, I just don't understand. And I feel like because he's so into what is happening on the 3D level, he's missing it. Like he's missing the growth aspect of his journey. And whether or not he accepts the fact that he has this connection with me, that's not even, that's not really the point. The point is that when we have these conversations, I can tell that he has not done any work for himself. I can tell that because the conversation, it makes me feel like he's coming to me for a different way of thinking about things, or coming to me for a different perspective, which is fine. However, he's coming to me blankly, like not even really doing any deep soul searching, just, like doing some research and not sitting and pondering, doing some research and just reading briefly, hearing something that somebody said and then talking to me about it. And I'm fine with that, because I love to empower people by giving them my perspective on things, because I love to read and do research and sit and ponder and do all of those things. However, if he and I are in this energy, if we have this connection, and you're telling me that you don't want to communicate with me, but I feel like when you do communicate with me, you are looking for something from me. And I say that because of the tone in his voice and the things that he says to me before he gets off the phone. Now he's back to, I guess I better go inside now. Like, what do you want me to say to you? Oh, no, come to my house? Are you? No, that's not going to happen. I can't feel bad because this is the lifestyle that you chose. I can't feel bad because you're sighing. I can't do that to myself anymore. So, fam, I'm coming to you with all of this stuff and this information to tell you that I'm just not sure of what level he's on, and I'm not sure if the work that I'm doing is helping him at all. More so than not, lately, I've been feeling like I've been thinking about him, yes, but I've been feeling like, what's the sense? Like, what is the sense? How much longer do we have to go through this period whereby he knows that he's awake and he knows that there's something going on, and he may feel a change here or feel a change there, but it's nothing so significant that would motivate him to really get down and do some work. It's just more for him. I'm feeling and thinking and seeing, especially through the conversations that we have, that for him it's more so for show. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe it's all of the energy that's going on that makes me feel like this. Like everything that I'm doing is really not helping him. Like he's stuck, and he when he talks to me, he tells me sometimes that he feels like he's stuck, like he doesn't know which direction to go into. He's just being, he's just allowing things to happen, and I understand that phase, and I understand that period in life, not just in the twin flame energetic connection, but I do also understand that you have to put some work into it as well. So I'm not too sure about what's going on with him, but this is the crazy thing that happened. I was feeling all of that stuff. I was feeling like, I'm not too sure about this. Like, what is he doing? What's really going on? Why is he bringing up his wife? Why is he calling me when he said this? Why is S saying the things that she's saying? Why am I thinking about him? Like, what is really going on? Then, this morning, I have a dream that beloved is in my house. And we're just having the best conversation. It's like we are married. And both of us are dressed, and he's leaving the house with his work bag to go to training, and we're at the door, and all of a sudden he just snatches me up and gives me the energetic twin flame kiss. And I know that you all know what I'm talking about, but I felt it in the dream. The dream was so real that when I woke up this morning, I was just like, that really happened. And in the dream, when we finished kissing, I looked at him and I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So that my dream this morning just proved to me just by the interaction that we had in it, just by the feelings that I had in it, just by the way he reacted to seeing me and reacted to leaving the house to go to work and knowing that I was going to work also. That solidified the fact that all of the things that I've been doing on the 3D, although they might not have manifest, are definitely have definitely manifested in the higher realms. And I'm not doing anything to make us get together. I'm doing things more so that would help us to grow, help us to experience the things that we need to experience so that we will be able to know who we are and foster spiritual growth. And that doesn't necessarily mean foster spiritual growth in our union. It means for me to be more connected to my guides and to universal energy and to God and whoever else I believe in and pray to. It means for him to have the time to do the things that he wants to do spiritually. That's the kind of work that I'm putting in on this plane. And it seemed like the dream that I had this morning is just like, it was so real. Like, it was, I can't even describe it. It was real. Like, we were together, and the way he kissed me was like what I remember, you know. It was, anyway, so in saying that, I come to the conclusion that although things may be happening on the 3D plane that you just don't understand or make you feel like, what is really going on, or why am I even in this energy? Like, why can't I just give up? Why can't I just cut the cord? Why does this keep on going back and forth? What am I really doing? Like, I could be doing something else with my time. Why am I thinking about him? Or why am I, sorting? Why am I remembering? Why me? You may feel like everything is just on top of you and you just can't get all of this garbage off of you so that you can have a clear mind about what's going on. You may feel like you are left out, and no matter what you do, you're just, the last man out. You're never being picked to be a teammate. You're never being picked to play. You might feel like everybody's kicking you down no matter what you do, or you're alone by yourself. No matter what it is that you feel, if you're doing things that foster spiritual growth and spiritual connection with the universe or whoever it is that you believe in, those things will always manifest first in the higher realms. This realm, oh, pardon me, my son is knocking. I'm so recording. Sorry for yeah, I'm recording. What's up? I was about to tell you I was going to run an anti real quick. Okay. Call me when you get back. Huh? Call me when you get back. Yeah. Isn't that sweet? It seems like, my son is always knocking on my door when I'm recording. I have to look into that. But anyway, yeah. You may seem like you're at your wit's end, but you are never at your wit's end. And even when things are not happening as fast as you would like them to happen, even when things never manifest that you want to manifest, it doesn't mean that all of your guides or God or the universe is against you. It just means that there is a different plan, something better for you that you might not know. And all of the work that you are doing for your spiritual growth, even though you may think it's not helping, believe me, it is. And my dream, to me, was just proof that it is. And it's proof that even though we as twin flames, beloveds, whatever, label you want to give us, who are in the separation process of this energy, our goal, our mission should be to focus on our spiritual growth, no matter what, and have faith and trust that what we are doing is being blessed and protected by God, because whether we reunite on the 3D plane or not shouldn't really, at this level in the game, at this point in the game, if you've done your work and done your research and have read everything you could possibly read about twin flames or twin rays, you should have come to an understanding and acceptance of the fact that the 3D plane that we live on is the densest plane. So for things to happen here, they first have to happen in the higher realms, and then it trickles down to this realm. And just because it's not happening on this realm doesn't mean that it's not happening. It just doesn't. And my dream proved that to me. My dream also proved to me that this energy and this connection that I have with my beloved, just like the energy and connection you have with your beloved, whether you all are physically together or not, the connection can never be broken, and it's always protected by God. Because if you have this connection with this other individual, it's a connection that is created for a purpose and for a reason, and God created it. It's nothing could destroy it. Nothing could sever it. Nothing. There's nothing that could ever sever it. And angels are watching over us. Ascended masters are watching over us. If you pay it up, our spirit guides are definitely watching over us. And also higher beings are watching over us, because we are here to serve a specific purpose for the ascension of the earth and for humanity. And there's nothing that could stop that unless we don't do the work. And sometimes it gets to the point where both of us are willing and able to do the work, or one of us are willing and able to do the work on the 3D plane. Now, also on top of that, now remember when I was saying that I'm feeling like he's just not doing the work? Just because I feel like he's not doing the work on the 3D doesn't necessarily mean that he's not doing the work in the higher realms, and my dream proved that to me as well. So I wanted to share that with you also. Like, don't let the illusion that you live in make you believe that all of your efforts never come to fruition, or never, ever will be felt, seen, heard, or anything. That's just not true. It's just the monster. You know, it's the monster and the trickery of living on this plane so long that we get engulfed in this deeper, heavier, darker energy that is down here. And we may be at one point where, like, okay, I know that I'm on the 3D. I know that this is happening. I know that that's happening. And it's okay, because I know that, you know, everything trickles down here. So eventually it'll come here, and you just keep on moving. And then you might feel like, gosh, are you serious? Like, this is it? Like this is real. You know, it's either sometimes you feel like you know this is not real, and other times you feel like, yeah, this is real. And that's the trick of mastery. And that's what I'm experiencing now as well. The beautiful, beautiful cycle of self-mastery. And part of the cycle of self-mastery for me is going through and going back and forth with okay, I know that I have to function on this plane to do certain things, but also I am functioning and working on higher planes to accomplish my soul's mission. And I'm not sure if you're experiencing that or not, but if you are, kudos to you and definitely keep up the good work. And as for me, my dream and all of the things that I experienced before the dream just proves to me that, yeah, I definitely am. Like, there was a time where I would say to everybody, I understand the fact that I can go from my heart to my head really quickly. I act like the typical woman, all emotional and everything, and I know that I could flip back and forth from logic to heart. I know that I can do that. Now, what I'm thinking to myself is, okay, wow, I know that I'm going through self mastery because I'm able to do work and function on the 3D plane, but I see the benefits of the work on the higher planes. So now that I see the benefits of the work on the higher planes, when I get to the higher planes or when I go to sleep, now I could actively do work on those higher planes when I'm in those higher planes as well. Like, isn't that the greatest thing in the world? To be able to be awake enough to realize these things and then to move forward and implement working on the higher realms as well as on the 3D realm. I'm like, this is just absolutely great. I mean, I'm so grateful that I'm awake and have come to this epiphany, and that is also part of the energy that we're in, like coming to an epiphany and complete spiritual evolution and transformation from lower to higher. Like, if you think of the stages that a caterpillar goes through to become a butterfly. That is the energy that we are all in. And I hope that example gives you a little bit of insight on what you may experience. Because I think I'm kind of sort of experiencing that. Maybe kind of sort of, yeah, no, yes, yes. And so are you. So I wanted to share that with you to show you that it is very possible to feel like you're down and out and feel like you have nowhere to go and just like struggle with the inevitable of what is happening to you. Think that, this is it, like, because that's how I was thinking, like, dag, is this it? Like, this can't be it. Like, oh, okay, this is it now. And then that dream just made me feel like you have got to keep on doing your work, because now that you have had this dream and you know it's true, now you can get to the point whereby when you dream, you can say prayers. You can see your guides. You can see the gods. You can see the illuminated beings and the ascended masters. Like, that's stuff that I really want to do. And why not? Now that I'm awake and aware that I could possibly do it because of my dream. Like, come on, fam. Let's do this together. So I wanted to share that with you. I know it really wasn't quick, but I think it was important for you to know that if you're experiencing this, so are many other people. And they don't necessarily have to be twin flames or in that connection. Yay, spiritual evolution. Yay, spiritual transformation and alchemy. Yay, spiritual growth. Yay. And this energy fosters all of that. So with that being said, I am going to go. I'm going to do some reading because I have another vlog to do about Pluto in Capricorn and what that is all about, which is also spiritual growth and transformation. Isn't that wonderful, fam? I hope that you enjoyed my little update. I'm sure there will be more to come. A lot of things are happening. On Sunday is the blood moon, the full moon total lunar eclipse. which happens to be my son's birthday. I'm thinking about maybe I'll do some tarot card readings in some vlogs. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. So, I hope that you enjoyed. And thank you for tuning in. Check back in with me tomorrow because I really want to do the vlog on Pluto. I hope I said Pluto and not Saturn because Saturn is not in Capricorn. Saturn is in Sagittarius. Pluto is stationed direct in Capricorn, and I want to do a vlog about that. So I'll check y'all later. Hope you have a good night, day, afternoon, whatever the case may be, wherever you're viewing. I love you. Talk to you later.